Hi everyone, just give it a second for everyone to come on. Hope you're all well. And hope you're all well. I'm just going to mute myself because I don't need to see that any more than that. So we've got one person watching. Thank you. Don't forget to say hi if you've popped in and hanging around to say hello. I'm just going to just make sure everything's all working and happy. Okay, so we're going to make, oh hi, it is an interesting looking card and you will be surprised at how easy it is, Heather. Alright, so we've got 4 people on now, so people are starting to pop in. Hi Debs, how's everyone doing? Hope you're both well. The day just seems to fly by now, I can't believe. Hi Heidi, how's your week been? Have you enjoyed being with your kids? Hey Trace, have you got many back, Heidi? We're slowly getting a few more back. Thanks, Debs. It's quite cool, and there's so many sort of little variations. Hi, Lorraine. Thanks for popping in. Oh, good. I'm glad you loved it, Heidi. All right. So we're going to do this little card here. It is called a, well, I don't actually know what it's called. I have called it the folded window card. Not very exciting or original. I mean, you know, but it just is a piece of designer series paper that's folded back a little bit. Hi, Lisa. I wonder, oh, did I not? Oh my gosh. So sorry, Heather. 9 today. Yeah, you know, I had this all organised on Saturday. And thank you to the lovely Heather for messaging me at 5 to 7 and saying, is there a live tonight? And what are the materials? Are we making a card? So, yeah. It's been, I had it in my head that it was Tuesday for most of the day, so it didn't get done. And then one of the kids at school said, oh, it's Tuesday today, isn't it? I was like, no, it's Wednesday. And it just didn't even kind of come into my head. So sorry about that, ladies. Sorry about the late notice. And then obviously I was in a rush to put the materials up and forgot to put the card up. So this is what this is what it is going to look like. So I've used the hand-penned DSP. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. The hand-penned DSP, and then just a piece of, this is Highland Heather, and then I've got Petal Pink, and then just a matting on the top, because I wanted this to kind of be the hero of the evening. Now this one here I've done will make a bit more sense. It's Friday. Tracy, if it only was Friday. I came home and had a nap. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to go back and get some iron tablets, I think, because I think it's sort of starting to lose effect. Good evening, Alison. How are you? Yeah, so this piece here, I used a piece of 5x5 DSP, and so you end up with a piece that you cut off the side, because my piece was 6x6. So I started with a 6x6 piece. And then I was able to cut off, that's the 1-inch piece that was cut off the side that you can kind of dress up the inside of your card with. And being a light colour base, you don't really need to have a white piece in there. Heat and hay fever, yeah, I think so, Lisa. Hi, Andrea. Yeah, my eyes have been really bad. That's what you get from sitting on the field, I suppose, at lunchtimes. Yeah, so I was watching a video that I wanted to watch and fell asleep. So not great. But anyway, it is, you know, it is what it is. So what you're going to need tonight is a piece, just a standard card base that you can have as the A5 or the long piece folded in half. We're just going to fold that in half and put that to the side, because we're not really doing anything else with that other than having it as a standard fold. Our is it clearer tonight, or is it just me? Seems a little bit clearer on there, apart from the really narrow thing that it does because it's in portrait mode. Alright, so card base. I've got a couple of pieces for my sentiment. These can be, these will obviously depend on the size of your sentiment. So I didn't really put measurements in there, but yeah, so just got a couple of pieces of those. And I have another piece of, thank you, Christine. I have another piece of DSP. Now this piece is 6x6. It's also from the hand penned set. This one here is not so directional, although the other one I had to make sure the scene, it has this center flower which was showing is quite directional, so it looked odd upside down. So what I thought I'd do tonight is I would do one slightly narrower. So that one that I've been showing you here is 5x5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one 4x4 so that you can kind of see the difference. So I'm going to cut down the paper here. I'm going to keep that because I want to dress the inside of my card. Evening, Mary. Nice to have you join us. 4x4. So we've got that. And then you need to make sure that you're choosing a piece of paper that you actually like the both sides, because both sides of the paper show. So, there's very few pieces of our DSP that I don't like both sides of. It's usually which side do I want, which side do I not want to choose because they're so nice. So what you're going to do now is you've got two options. When I was watching a tutorial on this, the demonstrator made a template and then cut a little hole in the middle and put your pencil in the middle. But I actually just found it easy enough to, what you're going to do is you're going to put it in your trimmer and just very lightly with a pencil, you're going to find the center. So the center for this would be at 2 inches. So I'm going to pop that on 2 inches. And then I'm going to get my pencil. And you can do this either way. What I would suggest is that you do it, you want the piece that's going to show inside facing up. All right. Now, I don't even think I rubbed my pencil mark out. No, I didn't. It's right there. So you can rub that out later as well. I'm just going to use my pencil and I'm just going to line it up with the 2-inch mark here. And I'm just going to, hopefully, and just kind of push it down and make a little, if you aren't happy about doing that, you could make just a little tiny slit in the middle. It's not going to make a lot of difference. Where did it go? There. So the other option is to make a template, which is what I'll show you how to do that if you would prefer. So you're going to do, so again, you're just going to have it at whatever size you want it. Like another piece of scratch paper when I'm stamping. So you're going to have 4x4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in half on a diagonal. Now, you don't want to do this with your actual piece because you'll see the crease marks in there. Alright, so then you're going to fold it over that way. And then just keep folding it that way like that. So you've got that little triangle piece. And then you're just going to a very, very small, and I left my glasses in the car, very tiny little hole. So mine might be a little bit skew off tonight. or I might have to do it from a little far away. So you can cut your hole there, and then when you put this onto your paper, obviously you need to make sure that your template is the same size, so you can just put a little mark in there. So that's where my mark is, right there. And then what you're going to do, I found the easiest way. So we're going to fold it in. So we don't want these crease marks showing in the center of our DSP, which is why we've got the pencil mark. I'm using my trimmer. You could use a piece of grid paper, or you can eyeball it. My other one I eyeballed. So I'm just going to keep this so that I can keep it straight. I'm just going to line it up. That's interesting. There we go. No. You know what's interesting is I didn't have it straight. Alright, so if you have it straight, we're just going to pull up one corner, and we're just going to line that up with the center mark. Now if you've got your grid lines or your trimmer, you can make sure that your piece there that you've folded is straight, and then we're just going to turn that around again, and then we're just going to do the same thing. So you're going to do the same thing all the way around. Now the most important piece that is that I'm meeting are the corners, alright, because they're the pieces that are going to stay there. If your center's out slightly, it's not actually going to matter too much. So then you're just going to go all the way around and get those corners nice and straight. And you've got a nice little envelope looking thing there. And then come back, whoops, let me fold it this way so I can see what I'm doing without sticking my head in the camera. Alright, so you end up with that. Okay, so it feels like you're 10 and doing origami. So you just got, when you open it, you've got your pieces like that. Alright, then you're just going to, now again, we're going to try and line that up so it's in the center. Actually, if I go that line there, nope, that's not the center either. I line that up, center it. I'm going to pull this piece back. Now on this one, I went way back over. It gave me a really large space there. On this one, I'm going to show you, that's about center. If you just pull it back up to meet the edge there, so you get a smaller piece, and then you're just going to rotate that round. And this time you're going to line it up with this piece here. So you're going to put your point on the edge, and then just make sure these corners in this part here meet up so that it looks symmetrical. And then the same here. So you want to get that centered in there, and if it's like that, and then, oh my gosh, yeah, like that. And that is it. So that is your card. So you've got, so this one here gives you, well, it's not your card, it's your decoration on your card, isn't it? This one here gives you, so you just want to burnish the score lines so that they sit nice and tightly. Mine's a little overlapped there, I've gone in too far, but that's okay. That's what makes it a handmade card. Alright, so there we've got that there. Now this is the other one. Alright, obviously this is a bigger again, but you could, if you wanted to, pull this out so that you've got about a third of it overhanging, the same as I have on this card here. It depends how much of this you want to see. One of the other options too is if you have it nice and wide like this, you could put your sentiment in the middle there. It's another option for finishing it off. Alright, so what I did just before we started tonight Let's check the comments. I've got mint macaron cardstock because that's what I sort of matched that mostly with. Now I don't know if I like that. Looks a little under. See, what you can do when you don't like things is you can flip it over and you can use the other side. That's the great thing about our products, is that they are reversible. So you can see what that looks like. Let's have a look at that. So I've got mint macaron, and this is pale papaya, one of our new in colours, and I have run that through. I don't know how you can see that relatively well. Run that through. It's got a floral embossing folder. It's called Ornate Floral, which has just got tiny little flowers over it, which I thought was quite pretty. So I'm just going to pop that onto my card base. Not having so much. Keep freezing. My internet keeps dropping. Okay, so I'm just going to center that. So in case you missed the measurements, the front mat is 5 7/8 by 3 7/8. So 5 7/8, 3 7/8, which is just 2 of those little inch lines, or part inch lines, before the 6 and the 4. Alright, so I'm going to stamp on this piece here, and I actually want to trim that down just slightly because it's a bit wide and uneven. So my piece here is 1 inch. I want it to be 3/4 of an inch. No, I want it to be 3/8 of an inch. No, 7/8. Gosh, look what's happened. Look what happens, lady. I sit here talking to myself. All right, and I've actually made that the same width as my card mat, so it lines up. So the mint macaron lines up across the bottom there, because the stamp that I'm using is a long, thin one. Now, with this one, it didn't worry me that it kind of popped up because it was quite big and you can still kind of see the inside. I actually am feeling with this one that I want it to be a little bit more flat. Like I want these poking up. I don't want the sides poking up. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals in there. Using dimensionals will still give it that lift from the side. It won't be completely flat like if we use glue, but it will just kind of stop it from opening all the way. So I'm just going to pop one at the edge there. All the way around, and I'm just popping. Got it on a funny angle. Just want that flat. They're all flat edges, but the more severe flat edge, I suppose. On there. Ladies are quiet tonight. Hope everyone's alright. I thank you to the ladies that did the tunnel card. I know that was kind of probably a little bit out of yeah, or time. I know some people have you know, it's a bit hard with time at the moment, but so I'm just popping that in, and then I'm going to fold that back. You could stick those down as well, but I quite like the fact that they don't necessarily lay flat. It gives a bit of dimension, a bit more dimension to the card. So I've got them like that. and I'll just pinch those down with my bone folder so that they stay down a bit more. Because the last thing you want is for them to get caught in the envelope when you send them. Now, because I haven't got directional paper, you could put it on an angle. You don't have to put it square. Let's see. Pop that there. And that's going to go on top there. Let me stamp it first, then we can look at putting it together. So I'm using I've got pale papaya, and I have got my mint macaron because I haven't really decided which one is going to look the best. So, but I have got this stamp set here is called Welcoming Woods. It's in the current mini catalogue, in the Christmas one, and is quite easily overlooked, to be totally honest. I just really liked this. Good luck on your next adventure, and the thank you for your kindness. You can actually really easily mask that thank you for your kindness, and the font was, I thought, was really lovely. So is that the one that I want? Yep, happy birthday. And a block. Pop that on. Now, with the magic of double-sided cardstock, I'm going to stamp both. And just going to test this first. Doesn't necessarily work the same on copy paper, but it's good. We'll look through. I have to look through that catalogue you gave me still. Ran out of time later. Yeah, I understand that, Trace. It's been quite full on for you guys at work with all the extra jobs that you're getting. Sorry. Alright. Oh, don't like that. I think my ink pad is a little bit juicy. So yeah, very dangerous having a look through the catalogue. Busy's good, but you need some downtime too. Alright, I'm thinking that this might be the better one anyway. The problem with having such a fine font is that sometimes you can press too hard and it kind of all bleeds, and it's going to do it again. Kind of all bleeds out. Oh my gosh, I need another piece of card. Hang on a second, ladies. This is one of the benefits of keeping all your offcuts, is that when you mess up like that, you've got a really quick stash that you can go and get. Now, this is clean, and actually I need to cut this first so that I can center it. So anytime you're making your card mats, just keep hold of the offcuts and you've got strips for sentiments, and often they'll be all different sizes, so don't worry too much about it's going to happen again if I just wipe it on the pad a bit. Something on there. Maybe that's what it is. It's a fluff on there. So it seems to be sticking quite a lot. Oh, that's better. Must have rubbed it on something. Okay. Here we go. Third time lucky. That's better. Was something on there. Always pays to have a look closely at your stamps, ladies, if it's not working. Alright, so I'll pop that onto there, which is now a little bit thinner. I'm going to trim the edge a bit more. So I'll pop that on there like that. Where is that? Okay, then this is going to go, maybe I'll put it down the bottom. Maybe I'll put it at the top. No, don't like that. It feels like I've put it in the wrong place. But I could go that way. I quite like on an angle. What do you think? I think I might go that way. Make sure that's straight though. That way, ladies? Let me know what you think. And we'll stick it down. Is that better than the top? I think it's better than the top. Let me put this on. It's so hard to know if you guys are there or if there's some kind of delay. You like that? Yeah, angle? Cool. Thank you, ladies. There's just usually a delay and I feel like I'm sitting here like just waiting and wasting your time. Alright, so I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to keep that flat. And I think I say this every time, but I like the glue so that I can get it all lined up a bit better. A bit more time. But on the back of this, I am going to put my lid on the glue. And I'm going to pop some dimensionals to give it that lift. Yes, it looked odd with the sentiment at the top, didn't it? I don't know what I was thinking. That was weird. That was a weird moment. Okay. And so, just if I put that down there like that. Done. Then on the inside, this piece that we cut off, now this piece is a bit smaller, but you could trim it down and put it at the bottom, or you could have a longer bit that's trimmed down and put there. Maybe we'll do this one, a narrower one. I really kind of want that orange flower, so I'm going to, when you're putting this on, it's about 1 inch, I think is what the other one was. So I want to have that orange flower, seeing as it's a whole flower. I might just chop a little bit more. Just, if you put too much in there, it just means you don't have as much space to write. So just going to have that floating along the bottom there with a bit of glue so it doesn't bulk it up too much. You could put a piece of white in here if you want to. That would be, if you've got a darker card base, I would put a piece in, but this is not too bad in terms of being able to write on it and see it. So there we have our finished card and a little bit of a mess everywhere. Let me just move all of this out of the way. And I can put both the cards down to see. So you could do this with any size. So this is 4x4. I did 5x5 in my other one. This one here is 5x5. You'd do 4x4 and go out over the top, and you would get that wider piece in the middle. You could even go down to a 3x3. If it might be a little bit fiddly, you might want to sort of score. You could score your diagonal piece folds then if you wanted to, just to make it a little bit easier. The designer series paper is obviously thinner than the cardstock. Maybe I'll put those down now as well, that I've done that. Ooh, yeah, I think I will. I think I'll just pop these in here. Thank you, Heather and Alison. It's quite pretty paper, that, actually. And it is, again, one that I overlooked in the catalogue. It's only because I did the DSP share with the team that I got some. That actually, I kind of thought, oh no, I won't use that. But look at that. It makes a very pretty card. Alright. So, love to see what you guys make. Feel free to, I'll take a photo of these and post it on my page. Just look around. Post it on my page. I'll put a photo up tonight after the live, and I would love to see what you make. I'm really excited when I see lots of different designer series paper and the different colours and things that everybody uses. It really shows all your personalities, which is really awesome. So just very quickly before we go, a prize draw. And Alison, I'm really sorry I forgot to get in touch with you. I will do that after this to organise your prize, and then whoever wins the prize tonight. So only 4 people in the draw tonight. So Sandra, Heather, Alison and Andrea, thank you very much for sharing your tunnel cards with us. I hope you enjoyed making them. And I'm going to flip you around because it's 2 minutes past 8 and I don't want to keep you ladies too long. And yeah, good luck, ladies. Thank you very much again for sharing your cards. And we'll see who is the winner of this week's prize. Ooh, Sandra, it's you. Congratulations. It's hard to know whether it's going to creep over that line again. So I will, after I've sorted Alison's prize out, I will get in touch with you and send one down to you over the next little while. Yeah, so thank you very much again for joining me tonight, ladies. It's been lovely having you join me. It's been a nice end to the day. I felt really quite tired. Now I'm feeling a little bit more energized. And so I will post the card for Sunday night by Saturday night, hopefully. If not, it will be Sunday morning. And yeah, and I will see you Sunday night at 7:30. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you again, Heather, for reminding me to post the materials for tonight's card. And I will be in touch, Alison and Sandra, to sort out your prize. All right, take care, everybody. See you later.